All right, hello everybody. What is happening? Welcome back to another video. Of course, to all my fellow Americans out there, like I've said before, hopefully you guys are having a good Memorial Day. Hopefully you guys are enjoying time with the family, whether that be with friends maybe or whomever. Hopefully that's going well. But in any case, let's get on with the topic of the day, or with the several topics of the day. The first topic is going to focus on Luka Jovic. So basically, the thing with Luka Jovic is he's looking to get a move outside of Frankfurt. He has done really good with them. He's gotten, I think, 27 goals in all competitions and 6 assists in all competitions, and that has been done in 35 games. So you're talking about almost one contribution per game. In the Bundesliga and the Europa League, he's gotten 9 goals in the Europa League. He's had a really good season. Obviously, that has attracted a lot of interest from teams across Europe. And now he's kind of said other things about where his next possible destination might be. I'm just going to quote him really quick. And I quote, from my experience in the Europa League, I would say that some other leagues in Europe are more suited to me and my way of playing football. In terms of the physique, the Bundesliga is very demanding. But after the games against Chelsea or Inter Milan, I personally had the feeling that I could feel even better playing in the Premier League or Serie A. The way the teams play there suits me better. He's probably trying to hint that he might just go there. He might just fancy a move there. Obviously, it seems like he's saying that his way of playing football just suits those leagues a little bit better. Look, I think Luka Jovic would do fine anywhere, especially those kinds of leagues, because obviously the Premier League probably is, it's a very difficult league. Obviously, La Liga too. La Liga, I mean, is very underrated. La Liga, a lot of people who watch the Premier League are going to be like, well, La Liga is just easy. You just play a lot of weak teams and it's just a three-horse race. But really, when you watch La Liga more in depth, you'll realize that there are a lot of good teams. You have Valencia, you have Sevilla. You do have a lot of good teams, a lot of technical teams, a lot of teams who like to pass the ball, like to intricately pass the ball, and of course, the Premier League. Enthusiasts, might not see La Liga as really a competitor, but it is definitely a very competitive league. But anyways, let's get back into Luka Jovic. Yeah, that's the thing with Luka Jovic. Look, to be honest, I've said this before. I wouldn't really want him at Real Madrid, and the reason I say that is because we already have Raul Tomas, we already have Mariano, and we have Benzema. Benzema is dwindling down, so we would have Mariano and Raul Tomas. The thing is that Benzema has been on fire, and I think that's something that has surprised a lot of people, probably the president. But Benzema is unplayable on his day. I think we get a few years left in him, considering that he really is able to build up the play. He does rely on his pace, but it's not only his pace. He has his deft footwork. He's got his nifty skills, and overall, he's a great number 9 to have. And on his day, he's just unplayable. I mean, we've seen it time and time again this season. And like I've said before, usually he has his inconsistencies throughout the season, but this season has been nothing but consistent performances throughout the season, and that could just be because Ronaldo's no longer in the team. Um, but yeah, for me, Benzema, he is the perfect striker. And to be honest, if we bring in Luka Jovic, then how many minutes would he play? Would he be really happy playing as a substitute? Would he be happy playing with a few games here and there? It's very difficult at that point. He would pretty much have to be our starting striker at that point. So I'm just wondering whether he'd be really happy at Real Madrid. Maybe he's just looking for a move in the Premier League or Serie A and then comes to Real Madrid, because I have seen reports that he does want to come to Real Madrid one day. So that might just be another option for Luka Jovic. Yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about, of course, is going to be, yes, it's going to be Sergio Ramos. So Sergio Ramos apparently may want to move to China, surprisingly, which seems a little bit weird, to be honest. I think his contract expires in 2021 or 2020, something like that. So it seems like he might just be willing to go to China. I mean, look, if he wants to go to China, I guess go. But I mean, he's 33 years old at this point. I think in this case, Real Madrid do have the power. Ramos no longer has the power. I would like to keep him at the club for a couple more years. He's a captain. He's been a very good captain for us. He is a very contentious player. You're talking about, some of the things he does, I totally disagree with. But to be honest, he does bring some kind of stability to the club, and if we could see him here for a couple more years, then I think that would be great. If Sergio Ramos does decide to depart the club, then I think we would definitely have to bring in some kind of replacement. And like I said before, whether that be Koulibaly, whether that be Virgil van Dijk, whether that be Matthias de Ligt, hopefully we could get one of those players, in. Obviously, the most viable one would be Koulibaly, and that's a difficult one because even then again, I think you had comments from Carlo Ancelotti saying that he will be staying at Napoli next season. So it's just very difficult. But Carlo Ancelotti has said that it could be very, very concrete. But then again, it's up to the player to decide whether he wants to stay. And sometimes it just does happen, where the coach does say something and then the player comes out and, ultimately decides to join another club. So it's really down to the player. It would be down to us to make a bid for him. But in any case, apparently, like I said before, if Sergio Ramos were to leave the club, then we would have to find someone else. If he does decide to stay at the club, then I think that would be great. We need his personality in the dressing room. I think just a couple more years left here would be great. Just at least till his contract expires, and then after that he can leave as a free agent if he wants to. If he wants to go to China, that's fine. If he wants to go to Japan, I mean, whatever. If he wants to join his mates from Spain, I mean, go for it. But hopefully we can get a couple more years left in him. So that's all I have to say for you guys today. Of course, just a short video. Let me know what you guys think about the Sergio Ramos thing. Was he really going to go from the club this season? I mean, is he really going to depart from the club this season? Or is he just trying to do something else, Is he trying to get a bigger contract? Is he trying to get a bigger salary? I don't know what's up with Sergio Ramos at this point. But, of course, please do let me know in the comment section below. So that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, happy Memorial Day to all my fellow Americans. And, of course, to everyone in the world out there. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day. Thank you.